The number of dollars in the total cost of producing X units of a certain is given by C of X equals to 40 plus 3X plus 9 times square root of 2X. For problem 1A, find the marginal cost when 50 units are produced.
Now, for problem 1A, the given is x equals 50. Now, for the solution, we have to find the derivative of the equation written above. And before we will start finding the first derivative, we have to copy first the problem for us to be guided, or we have to copy the equation. 9 times square root of 2x will be just the same as 9 times 2x to the power of 1/2. And this is where we'll start finding the derivative, and the derivative of 40 would be just equal to 0, and the derivative of 3x is 3 plus the derivative of 9 times 2x to the power of 1/2 would be 9 over 2 times 2x to the power of negative 1/2 times 2. Now we have to crush out 2, and with that we have the answer 3 plus 9 over square root of 2x, and now continuing where we left off to, we already solved for the first derivative, which is 3 plus 9 over square root of 2x. Since the given is already x is equal to 50, we have to substitute it to the first derivative of the equation. Now as we substitute it, it will be 3 plus 9 over square root of 2 times 50. And after we've written that, we have to solve first 50 times 2, that will be 100, and that would be equal to 3 plus 9 over square root of 100. Now with that, we have to solve first the square root of 100, and that will be 10. And with that, we could solve 3 plus 9 over 10. And that would be equal to $3.90.
For problem 1B, find the number of units when the marginal cost is $4.50.
Now for problem 1B, since we have solved for the first derivative of the equation, C of x is equal to 40 plus 3x times 9 times square root of 2. And the given is $4.50, and we have to substitute that to C of x is equal to 3 plus 9 over square root of 2x equals $4.50. And that would make the equation 3 plus 9 over square root of 2x equals 4.50. And we have to transpose 3 from the left side going to the right side, and that would make 9 over square root of 2x equals 4.50 minus 3. And 9 over square root of 2x would be just the same with 9 times 2x to the power of negative 1/2. 4.50 minus 3 equals 1.50.
Start.
In problem 2, a weight is vibrating vertically according to the equation x is equal to 8 cosine pi over 3 times t. Now in 2a, find the velocity of the motion for any time. For problem 2a, we have to find the velocity. Now given the equation, s is equal to 8 cosine pi over 3 times t. We have to find the derivative of that equation, and that will be s is equal to negative 8 sine pi over 3t, solving Solving that, 0 plus 8 times negative sine pi over 3 times t equals negative 8 sine pi over 3t. For letter B, find the acceleration of the motion for any time t. For problem 2b, we have to find the acceleration. To do that, we have to find the second derivative of negative sine pi over 3t. That would be negative 8 cosine pi over 3t. For problem 3a, we have to compute the velocity at time t. With the given equation, we have to find its first derivative. First, that would be e to the power of negative t times negative 1 cosine t plus e to the power of negative t times negative sine t. Solving that, that would make negative e to the power of negative t times cosine t minus e to the power of negative t times sine t. Next, negative e to the power of negative t times cosine t plus sine t. Since cosine t plus sine t is equivalent to 1, that will be negative a to the power of negative t times 1, and the first derivative for that would be negative t to the power of negative t.